This person has been searching for you for 8 years. My dear children, if you happen to believe in angels, start this video and see it to the end. Angel says, "My child, listen up because this is not an ordinary message. This is a revelation from heaven sent from the heavens. It's taken time, years, decades, even lifetimes to come to this moment. But the moment has finally come. A secret that was hidden for 8 years is now being revealed. Someone has been searching for you. Someone has yearned to find you. Someone has carried your name in their heart, never ceasing, never forgetting, never losing hope that they would find you one day. And now this day has come. The heavens have seen their quest. The angels have witnessed their journey. This person has walked through the fire, braved storms, crossed valleys and climbed mountains in search of you. They have prayed, cried and begged for the privilege to see you again, to speak to you, to tell you what they have carried in silence. All these years and now the doors are opening, barriers are being shattered. Now the truth is on the verge of being disclosed. But my child, you must be prepared. You must prepare yourself because what is coming will shake you to your core. What is about to be disclosed will make you question everything you believed you knew. The person who has been searching for you is not just anyone. They are part of your destiny. They are attached to your past. They carry a piece of your story that you never even knew was missing. And when you meet them, when you hear what they have to say, you will know why the enemy fought so hard to keep you two apart for 8 years. Forces have worked against them to keep this person from finding you. Lies have been spoken. Doors have been shut. Messages have been blocked. But my child, I am intervening. I am breaking every chain which has kept you two separated. I am destroying every stronghold that has tried to keep this truth hidden because the time of revelation is now. This person has carried something that belongs to you. A message, a revelation, a truth that was never meant to be hidden. And yet the enemy has sought to silence them. They have been mocked. They have been threatened. They have been told to let it go, to forget about you, to move on. But my child, their spirit would not rest. Their soul would not let them stop because placed your name in their heart. I breathed your face into their dreams. I reminded them time and time again that they could not give up, that they had to keep searching, that they has been moving through time. Searching, waiting, hoping for that moment when your lives would intersect again. This is not coincidence. This is not chance. This is destiny unfolding, a plan that was drawn up long ago when either of you had any idea of how much significance it held. You have felt it, have you not? That sense of missing something. Of there being a piece of your narrative still unspoken. That there's someone out there whose energy draws you to you like an invisible force, deeply felt the dreams, the moments of sudden nostalgia. The times you thought you'd forgotten, but something recalled their name to your lips. This wasn't memory. This was the spirit moving, collecting what was scattered for 8 years. This person has been seeking you. They have looked in places known and unknown. They have questioned, followed old routes, heard whispers of destiny, but at the wrong time. The doors did not open, and so they waited, bearing the burden of no answers. Grasping at hope that someday, some way they would find you again. And now, my child, today is that time. The searching comes to a close. The time is coming. Heaven has announced it. And nothing can prevent what has already been initiated. This individual who has kept you in their heart, who has carried your remembrance like a flame that will not be doused, is going to step into your life once more. But hear me, my child, for you have to be ready. This is no simple reunion. This is not merely a reuniting. This is divine destiny. This is completion of something more than either of you can understand. There are things that need to be said. Truths that need to be brought forth. Unresolved tales that need to find their end. You wonder why it had to wait so long. Why 8 years had to elapse before this could happen. The reason is easy. There were things to be learned, roads to be traveled, growth that had to occur before either of you was ready. If this encounter had occurred sooner, it would not have been the time. The groundwork had not yet been established. The wounds had not yet healed. But now, my child, the time is just right. Don't be afraid when they come. Don't flee when you lay eyes on their face. Don't let your fear tell you this is a misstep. If not a misstep, it's an act of God. It is my own hand in your life. But be warned, my child, not all will celebrate when this day arrives. There are those who have prospered through your severance. There are people who have prospered in your absence. And now, as if the truth emerges as the reunion draws near, there will be opposition. Some will attempt to sow confusion. Some will attempt to whisper doubt into your ear. But you cannot listen. You must cling to the truth I am telling you. And there is the woman who has been in the shadows, the woman who has known more than she has said. She has been a part of keeping you apart. She has uttered words that were intended to separate. And now, as the exposure unfolds, her day of concealment is done. You will see her true motive. You will know her for what she is. But do not spend your energy on anger. Do not let bitterness win. Hold what she intended to harm. I am turning for good. What was put on delay is now being speeded up. What was lost is now being regained. And my child, when this individual finds you, when they stand before you again, you must open your heart. Do not let the past dictate this moment. Do not let fear steal from you what I am giving you. Hear them out. Hear their story. See the path that they've walked to return to you. This is not about love. This is not about reconciliation. This is about purpose. There is something new you and this one are meant to do together, a mission, a calling, a path that has waited for you both to step onto it. And now as the reunion is near, you need to be willing to receive what I am presenting to you. The coming days, the coming weeks will be filled with signs. Listen. And the dreams will grow stronger. The coincidences will double up. And suddenly, when you don't even expect it, the time will arrive. The searching will stop. The waiting will be at an end. And the door that has been closed for so many years will open up. Hold on, my child. Remain true. The reunion is imminent. The truth is revealing. And you are going to enter an experience that will transform your life forever. Will you be prepared? Destruction. And the enemy would love nothing more than for you to turn against him with the same darkness he has used against you. But you are not called to walk in darkness. You are called to stand in the light. You must protect yourself. Yes, you must walk wisely. Yes, you must no longer be naive. Yes, but do not fall into hatred. Do not allow the enemy to twist this revelation into a weapon poisons your heart. This is not a call to confrontation out of anger. This isn't a moment to act in haste. This is a moment to move in divine wisdom, to protect yourself, to align yourself with truth, to walk the path that has been laid before you with confidence, knowing that God Himself has intervened on your behalf. You are not alone. The heavens fight for you. The angels stand guard around you. The battles that have been waged in the spirit, the unseen wars that have taken place on your behalf, they have not been in vain. You have been protected. Even when you did not know you needed protection, you have been shielded from harm that you never even saw coming. And now you are being given the chance to see, to understand, to move forward with clarity and strength. Do not be afraid. Do not let your heart be troubled. What is being exposed is for your good. What is being revealed is for your protection. What is being uncovered is so that you may step into the fullness of what is meant for you without the hidden weights that have been dragging you down. The chains are being broken, the lies are being stripped away. The truth is standing before you unshaken, undeniable. Take a deep breath. Let this truth settle in your spirit. Do not resist it. Do not fight against what you know to be real. Accept it. Stand in it and know that this is not the end. It is the beginning. A new path is opening before you. A path free from unseen obstacles. A path no longer hindered by hidden betrayals. This is your moment to walk forward, to embrace your destiny, to stand in the fullness of who you were created to be. The time is now. The moment is here. You have been called, chosen, protected, and now you are being freed. Walk in truth, walk in wisdom, and know that you are never alone. The Almighty is with you. I, Michael, stand beside you. The battle has already been won. Now you must step forward in victory. This message is for you. This truth is for you. The time has come. Open your eyes. Step into the light and never look back. Angel says, "My child, listen closely, for 10 years of presence has been moving through time. Searching, waiting, longing for the moment when your paths would cross again. This is not by accident. This is not just a coincidence. This is destiny unfolding, a plan that was written long before either of you understood the depth of its significance. You have felt it, haven't you? The feeling that something is missing. That there is a piece of your story left unfinished. That there is someone out there whose energy pulls toward you like a force unseen but deeply felt, the dreams, the moments of sudden nostalgia about you that has now been spoken aloud where you cannot hear it. The strange part is it's not just about what they saw you do or what you said, but something they discovered about your physical presence itself. On August 3rd, someone noticed something you would never expect anyone to notice. They said their body smells like, and then they stopped as if speaking it out loud would bring some kind of danger on them. This scent, this strange and undeniable trace upon you, is not something ordinary. It is a sign, a mark, a heavenly fragrance that those in the spirit recognize, but also something that terrifies those who know what it means in the darker realms. Michael says this is not to make you afraid, but to wake you up, because the scent on you is not of this world. It is not perfume, not soap, not sweat, not the natural scent of a human being. It is something that can be sensed by angels and demons alike. It is proof of something you carry, something given to you from above, something no one can wash off. But the problem is, when it was noticed on the 3rd of August, it did not happen in a holy place. It was not discovered by someone who would understand it with reverence. It was noticed by someone who now feels they have seen too much and they are afraid. Michael tells me they are afraid because they know this scent is tied to a prophecy. This person overheard or once read somewhere that there would be one person on earth whose very presence would carry the fragrance of what is called Heaven's seal. This seal is not visible to the eye. It is revealed in the unseen, but to those sensitive to it. It comes through in the form of a scent that cannot be described in human language. It is both sweet and powerful, both delicate and heavy. And it stirs something deep inside the soul of whoever notices it. The one who noticed this on August 3rd knows they have crossed paths with someone chosen, and that chosen one is you. God says they will not stop thinking about it. They are restless. They are worried that others will find out. They are torn between warning you and protecting themselves. Michael says, you must understand, when God marks someone with his fragrance, it means they are carrying an assignment that will shift the course of events in ways that both heaven and hell are aware of. This is why you may have been facing strange resistance lately. This is why people sometimes act strangely around you without reason. This is why certain people who once liked you now seem distant or uneasy. They may not consciously know why, but their spirit senses it. The fragrance on you stirs either reverence or fear. And in some it provokes hostility. On that day, August 3rd, it was as if a veil was pulled back. This person, someone you may or may not know, was close enough to you to catch it. They stopped what they were doing. Their face changed. They hesitated to speak, and later, when they were alone, they whispered to someone else about it, but their words traveled further than they intended. Now people you've never met are aware. They may not know your name yet, but they know the description. And Michael says this is where the danger begins, because while heaven marks and protects its own, the enemy also targets those with the seal. Michael says you must not take this lightly. There is a reason this message had to reach you today. Time in the spiritual realm is not like time here. But what was uncovered on August 12th set certain things in motion that will soon show themselves in your visible life. You may notice more unusual encounters, people watching you longer than normal, strangers acting like they've seen you before, or someone asking odd questions that feel too personal. These are not coincidences. These are attempts to confirm whether you are the one they heard about. But here is the other truth Michael wants you to hear. The scent is not something you can hide, and you are not meant to hide it. It is a gift, a sign, a banner of heaven's ownership over you. In the ancient times, when a king wanted to mark someone as his own, he would give them a garment soaked in a fragrance only the royal household possessed. Wherever that person went, the scent announced their connection to the king. That is what you are carrying now. The fragrance on you is proof that you belong to the King of Kings. And this is why darkness trembles when it senses you nearby. God says, I have chosen you. I have marked you. And the scent they fear is the sign of my covenant with you. But you must know there are those who, upon sensing this, will try to stop you from fulfilling the purpose tied to it. They may not even fully understand why they are doing it. They may think it's just a feeling, but the forces influencing them know the truth. This is why Michael is urgent. He says, you cannot afford to be careless right now. From the 12th of August until now, certain movements have been happening in the shadows. People who should not know about you have been speaking your description. They have been trying to find out your full identity. Some are curious. Some are afraid, and some are actively planning to interfere with you. This is why your dreams might have been strange lately. Why you may have felt sudden anxiety without cause, or why your spirit feels stirred in moments you can't explain. You are sensing the spiritual activity around you even if you don't consciously connect it to this scent. Michael says, do not be afraid but be alert. God has already placed protection around you, but you must also walk with awareness. Do not dismiss the nudges in your spirit. If you feel to avoid someone, avoid them. If you sense to wait before sharing certain information, wait. If you feel the urge to pray without knowing why, obey it immediately. These are ways heaven will guide you in the days ahead. And here is the deeper mystery. This scent is not just a sign of who you are. It is also a weapon, in the unseen realm. This fragrance is like a sword. It cuts through spiritual darkness. It drives away unclean forces and it draws angels closer to you. When you pray, the scent intensifies in the spirit. When you worship, it spreads further, reaching places you cannot see. This is why those in darkness are unsettled by it. They are smelling the presence of the one who defeated them. Michael says someone is afraid for you because they know others may not react with respect. But God says no weapon formed against you will prosper. Still, He does not want you ignorant of the devices of the enemy. There is a reason this was discovered now, and there is a reason He has chosen to speak about it to you today. In the weeks ahead, you will have opportunities and choices to make that will align with your divine purpose or pull you away from it. The scent on you will open doors, but it will also attract opposition. This is why you must be rooted in God's presence every day. You may wonder why Michael is so direct, so commanding in his tone. It is because he sees the urgency. In the spiritual realm, delay can mean danger. This is not to scare you, but to make you aware that what you carry is rare and valuable. And there are forces, both human and spiritual, that would prefer you never realize the full power of what God has placed on you. But now you know God says, I am with you. I have gone before you. I will guard you with my angels. You are not to fear the discovery made on August 3rd, for what was meant to intimidate will become a testimony. The scent they noticed will lead them to me, for I will use even their curiosity to draw them into my light. Michael nods and says, you are not alone in this. I am assigned to you. I will not leave you. But listen to my instructions because the days ahead are important. Michael says, you must understand this without doubt. The one who first noticed the scent on you on August 12th is not just an ordinary passerby. They were in your space for a reason that seemed ordinary to you, but in truth, their path was guided to intersect with yours that day. They are a watcher, though not in the sense of an angel or heavenly being. They are a person whose role in life has been shaped by secrets. They are trained whether consciously or subconsciously to pick up on the hidden details in people. They notice mannerisms, accents, gestures, and yes, scents. And when they caught that fragrance, it was as though every unspoken warning they've ever heard came rushing into their mind at once. He pauses, his tone heavy, and continues, this person's heart rate changed. Their breathing shifted, their eyes darted. Not because you frightened them with your actions, but because they realized they had encountered something rare, something dangerous to speak of openly, and yet something impossible to ignore. After that moment on August 3rd, they did not simply go back to their life as if nothing happened. Michael says they began making quiet inquiries. You may not know it, but your name has been spoken in conversations you were never present for. They have described you to at least 3 people, one of whom has already begun trying to track you. Not with malicious intent at first, but because they are desperate to confirm if what they sensed is truly what they think it is. The reason they are afraid for you is because they realize that if they noticed, others will too. And not all of those others will have good intentions. The scent you carry is like a beacon. It signals a destiny that cannot be faked or imitated. It is the spiritual equivalent of carrying an ancient priceless artifact in plain sight. Most people will walk past without realizing, but the few who know what it is will not be able to forget. Michael leans closer in the spirit, and I can feel his urgency tightening. You must hear me. They are discussing you in circles you do not belong to. These are places of influence both in the light and in the dark. There are those who will want to recruit you thinking they can benefit from what you carry. There are those who will try to silence you, thinking that removing you will stop the fragrance from spreading. And there are those who will simply watch, waiting for the moment they can intercept your path. This is why I am here, because God has decreed that none of their plans will prevail. But you must still be aware of the movements around you. From that day until now, the one who first noticed has been battling internally. They have considered approaching you directly, but every time they come close, something stops them. Partly fear, partly awe, and partly because they feel unworthy to be in your presence for too long. That is the effect the heavenly fragrance has. It exposes what's hidden in people's hearts. For some, it draws them closer. For others, it makes them retreat. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. Michael says you may have already felt this without realizing what it was. Certain people becoming strangely nervous around you, breaking eye contact quickly, or making excuses to leave a conversation without clear reason. These are signs of their spirit reacting to the seal on you. Now, here is the part you have not yet heard. The fragrance was not always on you in its current strength. God placed it on you long ago, but in a more subtle form. It has intensified recently because your time of being hidden is ending. Heaven has been preparing you quietly, training you through trials, shaping your faith through delays and disappointments, and protecting you from situations that would have harmed your purpose. But now heaven has decided to reveal you more openly, and the fragrance is part of that unveiling. Michael says the scent has been strengthening over the past few months, but on August 12th it reached a threshold where it could no longer be ignored. This was not an accident. It was a divine appointment. And the one who noticed you that day was chosen as the first earthly witness to the fullness of your marking. But why them? Michael says it is because they are connected to others who need to hear of you. Not because they will help you directly, but because their words will set in motion a chain of events that will push you into the very path God intends you to walk. This is why there is urgency, because once the chain starts, it cannot be undone, and you must be ready to step into the moments that arise. God says, I am in control. What they found about you was meant to be found. What they fear is what I have placed in you. And what they cannot explain will draw them into my story for your life. Michael says there is also a warning, because the enemy will try to twist this. They will try to make you feel like this fragrance is a curse, like it is a burden you should try to hide. They will send voices to tell you to keep quiet, to stay small, to avoid standing out. But you must remember, when heaven marks you, it is never to be hidden forever. The scent is an announcement in the spirit realm. This one belongs to the Most High. This one carries His purpose. And here is something deeply personal that Michael shares. Your scent in the heavenly sense carries the memory of where your spirit has been. It holds traces of your prayers, your worship, your moments of surrender, even your tears. Every time you prayed through pain instead of giving up, the fragrance deepened. Every time you chose forgiveness over revenge, the scent grew sweeter. Every time you trusted God, when everything looked hopeless, the fragrance became more potent. That is why it cannot be imitated, because it is not just a gift. It is the result of your journey with God. Michael says, the days ahead will bring signs confirming this message. You will hear someone mention a smell they can't explain when they are near you. You will overhear a stranger describing someone in a way that matches you perfectly, even if they don't know your name. You will feel the atmosphere change in certain rooms and your spirit will sense it before your mind understands. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. From August 3rd until now, there has been movement. Some of it is in your favor, some of it is against you, but all of it is under God's authority. The one who noticed is still deciding what to do next. But Michael says they will not remain silent for long. Soon something they do will set off a ripple and you will find yourself in a situation you did not plan for but were divinely positioned to handle. Michael says, do not shrink back. Do not question whether you are worthy. The scent on you is proof that heaven says you are. And when the moment comes, I will be with you to guide every step. Michael's tone grows even more intense now. As if the air in the room shifts and time itself slows down so you can hear every word without distraction. He says, the ripple that began on August 3rd is not staying small. It has already reached years you have not yet imagined. You think of the one who noticed as just a single person, but in truth they are a bridge. Their words are not contained, they speak and others listen. They are connected to a network of influence. People who are scattered in different places yet linked together through shared secrets and silent agreements. The moment they told even one person what they sensed, they unknowingly opened a door. That door is now swinging wider. Every retelling of what happened that day carries more weight. And each time the story grows. It is no longer just about someone they met. It is about you. Even if they have not yet spoken your name aloud, the scent you carry has become like a mystery they cannot shake off. And this mystery is being discussed in both curiosity and warning. Here is the strange thing. Michael says, not everyone in this chain will respond in the same way. There will be some who are intrigued wanting to know more. There will be others who feel threatened even though they have never met you. And there will be a few who will feel drawn to protect you without understanding why. But all of them will be part of the unfolding path ahead because God has allowed even their reactions to serve His plan. Michael then leans closer in the spirit and says something that almost feels like a whisper, yet it carries the weight of a royal command. They are going to come looking for you, but not all at once. It will happen in stages and each stage will feel like a wave. One wave will come then recede, giving you a short time to breathe before the next one rises. You must be prepared to stand in each wave without fear because every wave will be an opportunity for you to step further into the assignment you carry. The first wave, Michael says, will be small and almost easy to miss. It will look like random encounters. A person lingering near you in a public space. Someone asking an unusual question. A stranger looking at you with recognition when you know you've never met them before. These people will not approach with open hostility. Instead, they are testing the waters. They are trying to confirm whether the fragrance they've heard about is truly there. The second wave will be more direct. This is when someone will speak to you openly about something that feels far too specific for a stranger to know. They might ask where you were on a certain day or if you know a certain name. They might even mention a scent, but they will not say it in a casual way. They will say it in a tone that makes your spirit alert. When this happens, Michael says, you must answer with wisdom. Not every question deserves a direct answer. Some things you are meant to keep in your heart until the right moment. The third wave is the one Michael says will shift everything. This is when a person of influence, someone whose name carries weight in certain circles, will seek you out directly. They will not stumble upon you by accident. They will be intentional. This person will have power either in the natural realm, the spiritual realm, or both. And here is the important part. Their motives will not be fully clear at first. They may approach with kindness, but you will sense a deeper layer beneath their words. This is when Michael says you must be very close to God in prayer because the decision you make in that meeting will open one of two doors. One leading to rapid advancement of your purpose and the other leading to unnecessary detours that could delay you. God says listen closely because this is a moment you cannot overlook. Archangel Michael is speaking with urgency, and this is not a casual message. This is not something to read lightly or push aside. He stands right now, wings spread wide, his eyes fixed on you, his voice, carrying both power and compassion as he commands. I order you to open this right now. This is not a joke. His tone is firm because heaven does not waste words. This is directed at you personally. Not a random person, not someone else. There is something heaven must reveal, and it will not wait another day. Someone is afraid because of what they discovered about you on August 3rd. They are holding it in their hands, wondering if they should bring it forward. The air in the spiritual realm has shifted. The truth is moving. Your name is being spoken in rooms you cannot see. Heaven has seen it all. And now the time for silence is over. What they found is not just an ordinary piece of information. It is something that carries weight. Something that carries power. It is not meant to harm you. Even though fear has wrapped around the person who uncovered it, they are nervous, perhaps even trembling because they know it changes everything. Archangel Michael has seen the fear in their eyes, and he has come to intercept this moment so that you are not blindsided. God is not in the business of allowing his children to be taken by surprise when he can prepare them, warn them, and lead them into safety and victory. Michael speaks again. Someone has spoken about you in whispers. Someone's eyes have widened in shock because of what they found. It involves you, your name, your image, your presence. They are afraid not because you have done wrong, but because what they discovered about you carries a divine significance that they cannot comprehend. And now something unusual is happening. On August 3rd, a chain reaction began. It is still unfolding. He pauses, letting the truth settle deep into your spirit. He wants you to understand that in this very moment, even while you read this, movements are taking place in unseen realms. There is also something unusual. They say, your body smells like. And then their voice trails off. You don't yet know the end of that sentence. But heaven does. It is not about a literal scent of decay or harm. No, it is about a spiritual aroma. In the scriptures, the prayers of the righteous are described as a sweet fragrance before God. Heaven smells it. The angelic hosts recognize it. But in the spiritual battle, the scent you carry because of your prayers, your resilience, your connection to the divine also alerts the enemy. They know who you are in the spirit. You may feel small on earth, but in the unseen realm, you are a warrior with a fragrance they cannot ignore. Archangel Michael wants you to know that this smell is not a curse. It is your identity in God. It marks you as chosen. It signals to heaven that you belong to Him. And the fear in the one who discovered this truth is because they now realize you are not just an ordinary person living an ordinary life. There is something about you that is appointed, something they cannot explain. They may have been investigating you, questioning you, or observing you. But now they are unsettled because they realize there is divine backing around you. God says, "Do not fear, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you." The things being uncovered are not to destroy you, but to reveal you. I have hidden you for a time. But now is the season where your true identity will emerge. You have been underestimated. You have been misunderstood. People have thought they knew your limits. But I, the Lord, am about to show them the truth of who you are in me. August 3rd is not just a date on a calendar. It is a marker in the Spirit. It is the day when the hidden things began to break open. From that moment, angels were dispatched. Assignments were given. Archangel Michael took his place beside you in a heightened guard. The enemy thought they could move in secret, but my light exposes every shadow. There is a reason Michael's words are firm today. He knows that delay can be dangerous in moments like this. He has seen battles lost because messages were ignored. That is why he says this is not a joke. You have to listen. You have to be ready. This is not about paranoia or panic. This is about being positioned. When you trust me, says the Lord, you are never caught off guard. When you listen to my messengers, you walk in wisdom, and wisdom will save you from paths that lead to destruction. I know the sleepless nights you've had. I know the times you felt something in your spirit but couldn't put it into words. I know the heaviness you've carried without explanation. What you've been sensing is not your imagination. It's the spiritual reality pressing against the veil of the natural. August 3rd was the moment that veil began to thin. And now the truth is pouring through. There are conversations happening about you that you haven't been invited to, but heaven has already heard them. Every plot, every whisper, every secret exchange is known to me. The one who is afraid about what they found is wrestling inside. They may have been tempted to use it against you, but my hand is holding them back. Fear of touching my anointed is upon them. They will not be able to harm you. The knowledge they hold will instead serve my purpose. I will use it as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. What the enemy meant for evil will turn for your good. I am the God who redeems all things. Even the things you think are dangerous to your reputation will be transformed into testimonies of my power. Michael says, the spiritual scent around you is intensifying. It is a sign of your increasing authority in the kingdom. As you draw closer to God in prayer, as you trust Him with your whole heart, this fragrance becomes stronger. It will attract the right people, those who are aligned with your destiny, and repel the wrong ones. Do not be surprised if some relationships end suddenly. Do not be alarmed when certain people begin to distance themselves. This is my doing, says the Lord. I am cleansing your environment. I am ensuring that when your next level arrives, it will be free of those who secretly wish for your downfall. This is why you must not be afraid. Even when it feels like things are being taken from you, they are actually being removed for your protection. I see the traps ahead that you cannot see. I hear the conversations you are not in. I know the motives of every heart, and I am acting now to shield you from harm. The knowledge found on August 3rd is already in my hands. Nothing will escape my control. Rest assured, you are safe. My angels surround you day and night. Even as you sleep, battles are being fought for you in the heavenly realms. You have no idea how many times I have spared your life, redirected your path, and shielded you from destruction. I have assigned Michael to guard you in this season because what is coming is significant. The next chapter of your life carries blessings so large, opportunities so divine that the enemy has tried to derail you before you can step into them. But I have already declared over you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. This is the time to trust me completely. Lay down your anxiety. Lay down the questions you can't answer. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to walk in step with me. Pray continually. Keep your heart pure. Let your faith speak louder than your fear. The evidence of my hand will become undeniable, not just to you, but to everyone around you. What they found on August 3rd may have startled them, but it will serve as confirmation that I am with you and have always been with you. You are not walking into danger. You are walking into destiny. You are not standing on the edge of loss. You are standing on the threshold of gain. You are safe. You are loved. And you are chosen. Heaven has declared it, and no earthly power can overturn it. God says, "Listen very carefully, because what I am about to reveal is not random. It is not a coincidence, and it is not for everyone. It is for you. You were brought here in this exact moment because heaven has been trying to reach you for days.